We now discuss the solution of a problem from the section Integral Calculus. The question is related to the concept of definite integral involving the greatest integer function. This question has appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 28th June 2022 in the first shift. The given question is, let bracket t denote the greatest integer less than or equal to t. Then the value of the integral 0 to 1 bracket minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1 bracket close dx is equal to, we are given four options. Option A minus 1, option B minus 5 by 4, option C root 17 minus 13 in the numerator by the denominator is 8, option D root 17 minus 16 in the numerator by the denominator 8. Now required to find the value of this integral 0 to 1 bracket function of minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1 bracket close dx. We now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. Let y of x, y is a function of x, is equal to minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1. Notice that y of x is a quadratic in x and the coefficient of x square, that is the leading coefficient, is negative, that is minus 8. Therefore, this represents a parabola opening downwards. Agreed? So, we have the value of y at 0 is minus 1, substitute x is equal to 0. The value of y at x is equal to 1, substitute x is equal to 1 and simplify, you will get minus 3. Further, y is equal to, factorization is done, we have taken a minus common. The factors are 4x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. The parabola crosses x-axis at the point 1 by 4 comma 0 by y is equal to 0 if you substitute. 4x minus 1 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 1 by 4. So therefore, when y is 0, x is 1 by 4. So when x is 1 by 4, y takes the value 0. When x is 1 by 2, y takes the value 0. That means this parabola crosses x-axis at these 2 points. Now, let us discuss the increasing and decreasing nature of this curve. For that, we take the first derivative, y prime is equal to minus 16x plus 6. Y prime is equal to 0 will give you the critical points. That is minus 16x plus 6 is equal to 0 will give you x is equal to 3 by 8. That is a critical point. And obviously, at this critical point, the y attains its maximum. Why? Why it attains maximum? Because it is a parabola opening downwards. That means it is a parabola opening downwards means it increases in the beginning and attains maximum at x is equal to 3 by 8. And the maximum value of y is the value of y at 3 by 8 and substitute in this, simplify, you will get 1 by 8. So clearly y increases in the interval 0 to 3 by 8, yes, and decreases in 3 by 8 to 1. Why? Because it is a parabola opening downwards, so it increases up to 0 to 3 by 8 and it decreases in 3 by 8 to 1. We are only interested in the interval 0 to 1. That is why these two we have considered. So our curve, that is the parabola, will look like this. This is the one. It increases from 0 to 3 by 8 and attains maximum value 1 by 8 here, and then 3 by 8 to 1 it decreases. So that's the. So now integral 0 to 1 bracket minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1 bracket close with respect to x is equal to integral 0 to 1 bracket y dx. So in order to evaluate this integral, we need the values of x at which y takes integer values. What is that we want? We want the values of x in this interval 0 to 1 at which y is an integer. Agreed. That we do in the next slide. Yeah, that's what we have done. And y at 1 is minus 3. And we wanted the values of x at which y takes the integer values. Agreed. We find the values of x for which y is equal to minus 1, that is the integer value. After 0 and 0 to 1 you are traveling. At 0 the integer value is minus 1. At 1 the integer value is minus 3. And it increases at 0 to 3 by 8 and it decreases 3 by 8 to 1. So in between minus 1 to minus 3, when it is going, increasing and decreasing, it takes the integer values 0, and 0 is taken at 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. After and minus 1, then it takes 0, then it takes minus 2, then it takes minus 3. So that is the one. That is minus 1, integer value minus 1, 0, and minus 2 and minus 3. So first we consider y is equal to minus 1. That is minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1 cancels, and solving we will get x is equal to 0 and 3 by 4. So at 3 by 4 the value of y will be minus 1. Agreed. And the next one, y is equal to minus 2. So y is equal to minus 2, and simplify, you will get 8x square minus 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. It's a quadratic. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and solving for x is equal to minus b plus or minus under the square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Substitute. Then you will get the two values, but we take the positive value. And the positive value x is equal to 3 plus root 17 by 8. So at this point, the value of y is minus 2. So let's consolidate here. So thus, y takes integer values at the following x values. So initially, at y, at 0, minus 1. At 1 by 4, 0. At 1 by 2, 0. And at 3 by 4, minus 1. So we have seen minus 1. And at 3 plus root 17 by 8, minus 2. At 1, minus 3. These are the integer values. That means the y travels like this. Y travels like this. So therefore, integral 0 to 1 bracket minus 8x square plus 6x minus 1 dx is equal to integral 0 to 1 bracket y dx. Then this integral is broken into pieces and into different intervals. This is interval 0 to 1 by 4, right? Integral 1 by 4 to 1 by 2, agreed. And integral 1 by 2 to 3 by 4, and 3 by 4 to 1 by 2 to 3 by 4, 3 by 4 to 3 plus root 17 by 8, 3 plus root 17 by 8 to 1. So this is what it is partitioned. The interval is partitioned into like this. Now let's see what will be the bracket y in those sub-intervals. Here we have added one more thing, that is y max. The maximum value of y is at 3 by 8. The maximum value is 1 by 8. So the remaining are all known. So look at the tabular form here. Now x belongs to 0 to 1 by 4 in this interval, 0 to 1 by 4. So when x is equal to 0, it is minus 1. When x is 1 by 4, it is 0. So y belongs to the interval minus 1 to 0. And what is the greatest integer? Greatest integer in this is bracket y is minus 1. This end. Always you have to consider this end. Agreed. So 0 to 1 by 4 bracket y is minus 1. That's what it says. Next, travel to 1 by 4 to 1 by 2. 1 by 4 to 1 by 2. Both will take 0 values. But 0 to 3 by 8, it increases. It increases and it takes the maximum value 1 by 8. Therefore, y will take the values between 0 and 1 by 8. 0 and 1 by 8. And in this bracket y is 0. This end. So bracket y is 0. Now x belongs to 1 by 2 to 3 by 4. 1 by 2 to 3 by 4, it decreases. It decreases. Y is equal to 0. Y at 1 by 2, y is equal to 0. At 3 by 4, y is equal to minus 1. So it decreases. Therefore, y belongs to minus 1 to 0. It decreases. It decreases. Minus 1. So the greatest integer, bracket y, is minus 1. Agreed. X belongs to 3 by 4. 3 by 4 to 3 plus root 17 by 8. This one. So it is decreasing here. So y is equal to minus 1. Y at 3 by 4, it is minus 1. At this point, at this 3 plus root 17 by 8, y takes value minus 2. It is decreasing. Therefore, y belongs to minus 2 to minus 1. And the bracket function is minus 2. Agreed. Finally, x belongs to 3 plus root 17 to 1. At 3 plus root 17 by 8, at 3 plus root 17 by 8, it takes the value minus 2. At 1, it takes the value minus 3. It is a decreasing function in this interval. Y belongs to minus 3 to 2. Minus 3 to minus 2. Minus 2. So, what is the greatest integer? That is minus 3. Bracket y is equal to minus 3. Yes, we got it. Now get back to the integral. The integral is partitioned into like this. So, first one, integral 0 to 1 by 4 bracket y minus 1. 1 by 4 to 1 by 2 bracket y is 0. Here it is 0. 1 by 2 to 3 by 4 bracket y is minus 1. So, here it is minus 2. Here it is minus 3. So, substitute. So, the substitution is done. And this 1 by 4 to 1 by 2 bracket y is 0. So, this will go away. This will go away. We continue in the next slide. Agreed. So, the integral has come. And let's evaluate. And throughout there is a minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus is common. So, take out a minus 1. So, now integrate minus 1 into integral dx is x from 0 to 1 by 4. So, this is 0, leave it. And this is the minus 1 to integral dx is x from 1 by 2 to 3 by 4. Here it is minus 2 into integral dx is x from 3 by 4 to 3 plus root 17 by 8. Here it is minus 3, integral dx is x from 3 root 17 by 8 to 1. So throughout there is a minus common, so minus is taken out a common. Now evaluation is taking place. Bracket x, that is x, the upper value 1 by 4, lower value 0, it is 1 by 4. X, upper value 3 by 4, lower value 1 by 2, 3 by 4 minus 1 by 2, plus 2 times, minus is taken common. So 2 times upper value minus lower value, and 3 times the upper value 1 minus the lower value. Now simplification we have done. So 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is 1. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. And 2 into minus 3 by 4, that is minus 3 by 2. And 3 into 1 plus 3. And this is 2 times this third. And minus 3 times this third. this will be minus of that third. So that is what we have done, and simplify, we'll get minus in brackets 2 minus 3 plus root 17 by 8. Taken the LCM and simplified, we got the answer under the square root of 17 minus 13 by 8. So that is the value of that integral. And let's look at our options. Our answer, root 17 minus 13 by 8, appears against option C. Therefore, the answer to this question is option C. And that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the problem related to a definite integral involving a bracket function, that is the greatest integer function. And I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.